Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites. I hope you guys are doing good today. This is going to just be a short video on Erin Condren's new hardbound notebooks. My sister actually got this one for free when she did her pre-order. I think it was for pre-order, or if you ordered within a certain amount of time for her new life planner release here in May. And if you ordered, then you get this free hardbound notebook, which comes in many colors. And she was so nice to gift it to me because she just didn't have a use for it. And since she's living in an RV, she just can't keep any extra things that she's just not using at the time. So often it is something that she would definitely keep if she were in a house, I'm sure, and she would eventually use it, but you just can't keep extraneous things around when you are living in a small space. So I was so lucky to be gifted this. Okay, so these come in many colors. You can check them out on her site. They are $15. And most of the colors come with the sides of the pages matching the color of the notebook. However, the black, the linen, as they call it, and I believe they call it the cherry blossom, they come with metallic on the side. Like the black has gold, the cherry blossom has rose gold, I think, and the linen has silver, I believe, if I'm remembering right. So, you know what's odd? I would have never picked this turquoise color. She didn't get to pick her color. It was just what they gave for the free notebook. But now that I've used it a little bit, I actually don't mind it at all. I actually love cyan blue, but I wouldn't pick most things to be this bright turquoise. It has a really interesting feel, which I don't really know how to compare it to anything. It's soft, almost like a velvety feel, and a little bit, but it's not velvet like material. It's like a soft, rubbery feel. That's the best I can explain it. Okay, so this is the best part of the notebook, in my opinion. When you open it up, each one has contrasting different colors of these ribbons. I think that's what she calls them. I don't know. I could be wrong. On the front and the back end pages. And I just think it's beautiful. It's really pretty. And I think that it is 5 by 8. Let me check that. Let's see. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Yep, it's 5 by 8. And it is smaller than an A5 size, if you're wondering. Here is my Leuchtturm 1917 bullet journal in sand color from Amazon. So the height matches perfect, and you can see the difference in the thickness here. The height matches perfectly. You can see on the side here, it's not as thick, and you can see that, and you have that much difference in the width. So it's just in the width. It's the same height as an A5, but you are losing room in the width, about half an inch. Okay, and just comparing it with like my favorite little Inkwell sewn journals, I thought you might just want to see that. You lose a teeny bit of width, and you lose a good deal of height there. So that is just a comparison, okay? These sewn journals have 72 pages, I believe, if I remember. Leuchtturm has 249, but that is front and back. Front and back. This little notebook only has 64 pages. So I know that's just counting the front of the pages. So if we double that, it'd be 128 if you're counting front and back. Okay, I want to tell you, just so you know, it comes in 10 colors. They call this a satin finish hardcover, and they call these just metallic paper stripes on the inside. Okay, so I wanted to look that up and get all that right. And every single color has an asterisk, her like signature thing, on it. It all goes with the same color as the notebook, except for the black, the linen, and the Cherry Blossom, which I told you have the metallic pages, and so they have the asterisk that matches their metallic pages. So like the black has the gold metallic, it has the gold asterisk. All right, so after those beautiful end pages, which I honestly think is the best part of the book, at first I wasn't too impressed with the way it was saying open, but I have massaged it a lot, and it is seeming like with some work, it's going to stay open everywhere. It's a sewn notebook. It just doesn't stay open as easily as, say, my Leuchtturm. You guys, I am so sorry. If you hear yelling and screaming, of which, of course, I will try to edit out on iMovie, but my youngest has his cousins over to play to celebrate the end of the school year today. 3 cousins, and they are all gaming on the computers on Minecraft, and they are screaming their heads off, even though I've asked them literally 50 times to quiet down. So I'm sorry about that noise. Competing. Okay, so this notebook goes through different asterisk colors, as you can see, and it just cycles through them and recycles through them. I'm not a huge fan of having the little tab with the asterisk at the top of your page. I'd rather have it plain, but that is Erin Condren's signature thing. Okay, has a place for your name in the front, and then it just starts right in. You can see that was with a Tombow. I don't know how to write with a Tombow, so don't judge me. My sister was just over here with hers, and I decided to play with it. So the Tombow goes straight through. I tried to find anywhere on her site if it told us the weight of this paper, and I have not found it. It is not the same paper as the new Life Planner, the 80 pound. I know she has the new, let me grab this. My sister has her new Life Planner over here today, but she's at her hair appointment. That's why she's not doing this video with me, because that's more fun. The new 80-pound paper in her new Life Planner, which is amazing. This paper is not the same. This paper feels good. It really does, but it's not the same thickness as the paper in the Life Planner, and it doesn't even seem like the same paper. The tooth doesn't seem the same as her new paper in her Life Planner, and it doesn't have the same smell. Like the new Life Planner has a really strong paper smell that I love, and this doesn't have that same smell. So I just decided to start using this and see how it helped me. I'm always running up and down the stairs in my house and like everywhere and constantly making like little grocery run lists on like little pieces of tablet paper. Like if I'm just running to Sprouts or Kroger for a few things, or if I just came up with video ideas on a whim, but my video or Instagram idea notebook is downstairs. So I'm not always near my calendar or my notebook. And it is kind of annoying because then like if I'm upstairs, I write it on a little tablet sheet of paper. I tear it off and I set it by the ledge to bring it downstairs and record in the right place when I have time. But that can get lost everywhere. At least if I jot it down in this notebook, it will just be like an ongoing. And I can go and record it in the right place. If I don't make it, like my Sprouts list or my Kroger list can just stay in here. And I thought about doing that with my Inkwell sewn journals, which I could do the same, and I could leave it open with even with like a paper clip, a big clip, because you can actually bend these back and clip them. But I just haven't, because since it's not a hardback, it's not quite as easy to write in like on the go. Like if I had it in my shopping cart or if I just was running around the house with it. So I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to try to keep this notebook with me. I just started in it last night. I'm going to try to keep it with me everywhere I run around the house. And I will kind of go through all the colors here while I'm talking. And then hopefully this might save me and from having all those little teeny slips of like just little tablet paper that I'm tearing off and carrying around and like putting on the stair ledge to remember to bring down to write in the correct place when I go downstairs. So that's kind of what I'm going to start using this as, because it is smaller in width and in page number, and it's smaller than your Leuchtturm to carry around. It's smaller. And so for just these quick lists being hardbound more than this, I thought it might be good to have a hardback to write on. So we will see if I like it. And thank you, Molly. My sister was so nice to gift it to me because I didn't even know that I needed this notebook. Isn't that how it goes? So I think that these notebooks, and she also states, Erin Condren, that they can be a great companion to your life planner or to any planner because she uses hers that way. She actually carries it with her everywhere. So if things come up and she doesn't have her planner with her, she can jot it down in here. And then when you go to planning, you can get your info out of here. So it's kind of like a perfect companion to your planner, as she says. And I can actually see it being good for that. Being smaller, like I said, than the Leuchtturm. So therefore lighter weight and just good for jotting down. Now it has less pages, but it's also less expensive. The Leuchtturm is 20 and the Erin Condren is 15. So it has a good feel. It's fun to write in. I like the lines and the bright white paper. So funny that I never thought that I would be really starting to convert to some of Erin Condren's products. But I am this year as I've gotten more into planners. And yeah, I'm opening my eyes and seeing the good in every product and planner company, that even if it doesn't work for me, it works great for someone. And this just happens to be something I didn't know I needed. So they were actually smart in sending these out free in all their orders, because I think other people will realize they love them and they will actually begin to order them too. Now, I don't think it can compare to a bullet journal for a lot of things. For bullet journalers, you know, they're not going to go to this for a bullet journal, for the really die-hard bullet journaler, but for lists and keeping track of stuff. And I'm just kind of thinking, as I run around the house with my phone, because I'm always bringing my phone everywhere with me in case my son in public school ever needs to call me, is the main reason why I don't want to ever just leave it and not hear it. And so I always have my phone with me. I figure I will just stack these together, and then I will always have my notebook to constantly write in. So when I come upstairs, it comes upstairs with me. It stays on my nightstand at night. It goes back downstairs in the morning. We will see how that works. And hopefully I will remember to update you guys. Okay, I wanted to show you guys the pen test before we finish up here that I did in the back. I went a little bit crazy. Like I said earlier in the video, this is not the same 80-pound paper. I don't know what it is because I can't find that on their site. But it is not her new paper in her life planner. It's not the 80-pound. Because I have my sister's life planner right here like I showed you earlier. And it's not. I can guarantee you that. But I just want to show you how the pens show up. Like I have the Faber-Castell. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The Staedtler, the Pilot Precise, the Pilot. These are all the Erin Condren double-ended markers with the thin tip called the fine and the medium tip. My sister had hers over here today, and so I just thought I would test them all in here while she has them over here. Then Friction Ball, Muji, Pilot Juice, TUL Ballpoint is a pen my sister loves, Pilot Juice, Friction Erasable Highlighters, and I erased some here to show you. Those are not mine, those are my sister's. Those are pretty amazing. If you want a highlighter, you can erase. Micron 05, Micron 01, Micron 03, and the Micron brush. So this is the Tombow. You can see how things are showing through, but honestly, those are all her markers. From here to here are Erin Condren markers, and those are showing through the most. So from here is her gray marker, all the way up to here to her yellow marker. Those are her Erin Condren markers, and those are ghosting the most. I would still say it's not bleeding through. And the Tombow, of course, is almost bleeding through, ghosting a lot. So those, I would say, are the most. The only other one is the Staedtler Tripless Fine Liner. That's almost coming through. But it takes everything else great. And honestly, the paper feels good. And for a pretty cheap little notebook, I think it's great. So I really like this freebie. Tiny hardbound notebook from Erin Condren. All right, guys, if you got this in your Erin Condren order, and if you like it, comment if you've started using it. I would love to know what you're using yours for and what you like about it. Also, All right, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.